Darkest greetings, Underlord, and welcome to the War for the Overworld Map Editor tutorial. I shall teach you the art of creation and how to unleash your monstrosities upon the world. You have lots of pressing choices, starting with, how big would you like your map to be? How many Underlord players can it hold? And perhaps most importantly of all, what are you going to call it? Now that's settled, let us mutilate this dirt. Your toolbox contains more than a mere pickaxe. Divided into tabs, it holds a wealth of items and tools. You'll begin on the Terrain tab, which allows you to shape the underworld and realize your darkest fantasies. The Faction selector lets you assign a faction to each item. Select this before placing an item in your map. Beside the mini-map, you'll find the Delete tool. Use this to remove unwanted items, such as a unit that's in the wrong position. Right-click on anything in the world to access its options menu, which provides additional settings for that item, like being able to change its faction. The Terrain tab contains all of the basic terrain tiles, along with several extras you may not have seen in other skirmish and multiplayer maps. Select a terrain type and faction. Then click and drag to place tiles. If clicking and dragging is too restrictive, you can use painting mode by holding the Shift key and pressing the left mouse button to paint a sequence of tiles. There's more to a dungeon than simple terrain. You can use the Special Terrain tab to paint gold onto any wall tile in one of 3 densities. Ensure you vary the gold densities from tile to tile to create realistic veins of gold. You can also paint factions directly onto the terrain, allowing you to quickly change the faction of an entire area. Note that this will not change the faction of units. Their options menu is required to do that. Having delicately carved out the bedrock of your map, you can now populate it from the Rooms and Special Rooms tabs. Remember that every player requires a dungeon core. Place defenses and constructs using their respective tabs. Additional settings can be found in their options menus, allowing you to, for instance, toggle the overdrive mode of a bombard. You can also toggle whether or not the AI can control an item's state. So by turning this off for an Empire door, you can ensure that it always remains shut. Placing units is easier than slapping a minion. Underlord and Empire units are split across 2 separate tabs, but you can align them to any faction you desire. Select the unit, choose the faction, then place it in an open area. To increase a unit's starting level from 1, open its options menu and adjust its level. The Artifact tab lets you plant any artifacts you choose anywhere in the map. You may even place random artifacts, which are only determined once they are identified by players during battle. Scatter these rewards far and wide to encourage exploration. Random artifacts can be configured in various ways using their options menus. An artifact belongs to one of several groups. If multiple random artifacts belong to the same group, then once one has been identified, they will all carry the same reward. This enables you to easily balance artifacts across a map to ensure all Underlords are on a level playing field. Use the effect weight sliders to control the chance of a random artifact possessing the stated effect. For example, setting Artifact of Gold to 100 and leaving the other sliders at 0 ensures that the artifact will always be an Artifact of Gold. The Mirror tab will assist you in creating perfectly balanced maps. Utilizing the mirror tools, you have several ways of duplicating half or a quarter of the map, mirroring it onto another part of the map. The blue and green lines on the minimap and in the world are the mirror lines. They determine where a mirroring shall occur. Each tool on the Mirror tab interacts with these lines in different ways. Creating a perfect mirror across one line creating a pivoted mirror across one line, or mirroring and pivoting a specific quadrant onto another quadrant of the map. The mirror tools will duplicate all game elements. However, some items may not be aligned quite as expected in the new area. Check particularly the locations of artifacts, shrines, and units. It would be a tragedy to lose all your hard work, Underlord, so do remember to save your map before you leave the editor. If you require inspiration, or would like to adapt a much lauded map, you can import any official map, or any map you've downloaded from the Steam Workshop. Whether you wish to share your map with the world, or simply store it locally, you'll have to publish it first. Open the Escape menu from within the editor. Click Publish Map, then choose to publish locally or onto the Steam Workshop. To share your map with everyone, select Workshop Public from the drop-down menu. This concludes your lesson in creation, Underlord.
Move along, peasant.
Now, which way do I go?